What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Here today at Lassing Park in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm going to go through in all levels yoga flow. And yeah, so grab your mat. Hopefully you can get outside for this. And just remember, please like, subscribe, share this video, comment. And if you have any questions about the flow or you don't like something, feel free to let me know in the comments. So we can get right into this. We're going to start at the front of our mat, just nice crisscross applesauce. We're just going to get 3 deep breaths. So you can rest your palms on your knees. You can put them together, put them at your heart center, however you like. And we're just going to get 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Sitting nice and straight, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Making sure our shoulders are back for this last breath. And out through the mouth. Okay, we are going to set up on all fours and do 5 rounds of cat-cows. So your hands are going to plant a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Our knees are going to sit right under our hips. We are going to dip the belly, look up and breathe in. And on the exhale, round the back. Dip the belly, scoot the butt towards the air, and look up and breathe in. And push the ground and round your back for an exhale. And we can start playing with these cat-cows here, moving around a little bit. And then on the exhale, rounding the spine and going back and forth. They don't have to be totally static. We got 2 more. Nice deep breaths, and we're going to set up for our first down dog. Planting our hands, our legs lift, and our butt shoots back. Pedaling out the feet, we're going to take a few breaths here. Yeah, so just pedal out your feet. This is our first down dog of the day. So we're just kind of stretching around, getting used to this feeling. Okay, we are going to get into a one-legged dog, shooting our right foot towards the sky, really trying to reach back. Don't worry so much about bringing your foot up. Try and reach back as far as you can. And then we are going to not flip, but shoot our right hip towards the sky and breathe. Rotating our foot back. Really trying to pretend like we're almost kicking the wall behind us. Now we are going to step forward, bringing our right foot next to our right hand for our first lizard lunge. So we're going to start with our hands planted, and we're just going to sit here rocking back and forth a few times. And if that's comfortable, we can drop down to our forearms, rocking back a few times here. If this is comfortable, we can plant on our left forearm and press our knee outward a little bit. Looking up, coming back down to our forearms, a couple more rocks. Getting back to plant our hands to build back up. We'll shoot this right leg back and set into our downward dog to set up for the other side. Now we are going to lift our left leg. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Really trying to extend that left leg back as far as we can. Lifting it up. And when we're ready, we'll open up that hip. Taking a couple of breaths here. Okay, we're going to straighten that leg. Really trying to reach back, get the most out of this single-legged dog. And bring our left foot next to our left hand. And again, we're on our palms here, rocking back and forth until we feel comfortable enough to build down to our forearms here. Still breathing all the way through this. And if we're comfortable, we can press onto our left knee. Back to our forearms, building up back into our hands. And when we're ready, shooting back to our plank, into our downward dog. I'm gonna sit here for a couple breaths. If you can, just be still and try to execute this pose as best as you can. So now we're going to soften our knees with a slight bend, look forward, and if we can, we're going to jump in between those hands, get a nice halfway lift, flat back, folding for a nice soft forward fold. And when we're ready, we are going to sit into our yogi squat. So we are in our yogi squat. We can keep our hands at our heart center here. And what we're going to do is open up our hands, keep the right elbow in on the inside of our knee, reach up towards the sky, looking up towards our left hand, taking a breath, back down, and switching sides. We're going to do that 2 times on each side. And one more on the left side. Great, now we're gonna sit in our yogi squat, trying to keep a nice neutral back. We're gonna sit here for just a couple breaths. And when we're ready, we are going to stand up nice and slow, reaching towards the sky. And we are going to slowly fold forward for a nice deep hang here. Not really pressing anything, not trying to get the most out of this stretch, just a nice spinal decompression, nice hang. You can even grab both of our elbows here and just rock back and forth, whatever you would like. We're going to do a halfway lift, back down to our fold, planting the hands, shooting back to our plank, and we're going to work our push-up series. So here, do a nice up dog or cobra, and for this first one, let's look over our right shoulder and our left. And when we're ready, we are going to shoot back to our down dog, preparing for our first sequence. Okay, so we're in our down dog, preparing for our first sequence here. Hopefully y'all can see me all right. We're going to start on our right side. So just like we did last time, a single-legged dog, nice and pushing back, worrying more about the length and the height here. And when we're comfortable, we're going to open up our hip towards the sky for a couple of breaths. we're there, flip back to our single-legged warrior, and we are going to step in between our hands, rising up for warrior one. You're going to sit here for 3 breaths. Nice strong back leg, reaching up towards the sky. And when we're ready, we are going to flip that back foot, sinking into our warrior two. Really trying to reach forward and back. A nice lightning beam of energy through both fingers here. Taking another 3 deep, slow breaths here. Looking over that front hand. One more breath. When we're ready, we are going to reach forward, flipping the palm, and slowly reversing our warrior. Keeping that bend in that front leg. Switching the direction of our front foot and rotating onto our back, we are going to get into our side angle pose. So here we are, reaching our right hand over our head in our side angle, trying to turn that right shoulder up towards the sky. And now we're going to shift back to our warrior two on this side for just a second. Scoop that right foot forward, straighten up that left foot, getting into our triangle pose, reaching and leaning forward. Until we can't lean anymore, we can plant on our shin. Bringing that right hand up, looking up towards the sky, taking a few deep breaths here. Really try to keep that hip back and reach up towards the sky with a nice flat back. One more breath. Now we are going to cross our right hand, turn our back foot, rotate our left hand towards the sky, planting hard on our right hand. And when we're ready, we will frame that left foot, stepping in for our pyramid pose. Getting a nice hip hinge here. You can keep a slight bend in that left foot. And we're leaning over that left foot until we can reach down. Very nice stretch. And when we're ready, we will bring that right foot back, left foot to meet. And now we are facing the back of our mat in our plank pose, getting ready to go through our sequence, push up to up dog. Nice deep breath. We just got one more side here. Flipping those toes back to our downward dog. So stick with me for this next side. Pedal out a little bit, preparing. So now we're gonna do that exact same sequence on the left side. So bring that left foot up, stay with me. Reach back. Flip open that hip towards the sky. Back to our single-legged dog. And we're going to shoot that foot through our hands, standing up to a warrior one. Really digging into the knife edge of that back foot, and we're here for a few breaths. One more deep breath here. And now we will flip to our warrior two, bringing that left foot forward. Getting a nice strong stance, pointing as far as we can with our left hand and as far as we can with our right, looking over our left hand for a few breaths. And we'll go ahead and flip that left hand, the palm facing up, reaching nice and slow forward, getting a deep bend into that back knee, and slowly reverse our warrior. Okay, we are going to turn that back left foot, rotate our right foot, getting a nice bend into it, setting up for our side angle. Really opening our left shoulder up. Taking a few breaths here. And getting back to our warrior two for just a second. Straightening that front foot, stepping the left foot in, reaching forward to set up for our triangle pose. Reaching forward till we can't reach anymore and we have to bend. I like to plant on my shin. Shoot that left hand up nice and straight. Keep it nice, flat back, turning that shoulder towards the sky. And we're here for a couple breaths. Okay, when we're ready, we can swim that left hand down, rotate that back foot, and we're gonna get a nice counter stretch here, turning and lifting our right hand towards the sky. Really strong on that left hand, really planting nice and strong, lifting ourselves up, keeping that shoulder nice and strong for a couple breaths here. Okay, we can frame the foot here, stand up, preparing for our pyramid pose, walking our left foot in, and you can keep a little bend in that right foot. We are hinging our hips, slowly diving over that right foot until we can't anymore and we have to drop our hands for a few breaths. Okay, nice halfway lift. And we're going to shoot that left foot back, shoot that right foot back for our push-up sequence here to our up dog. Nice. We'll take a deep breath here and shoot our hips back for a downward dog. All right, everyone, please stick with me here. Just got a couple more flows here, and then we'll get down onto our mats. So we're in our down dog here. Nice, strong position. We are going to shoot our left or right foot up into our single-legged dog. Take a deep breath in, step forward into our warrior one. We are going to stand up nice and strong here, shooting our hands up towards the sky. You can grasp your fingers together if you'd like. And now we are going to clamp and grasp our hands behind our back, bringing our shoulder blades together to touch, looking up towards the sky, preparing to humble our warrior. Nice and slow, dive to the left of your right foot. Keeping this position with the goal of bringing your head towards the mat. It's not needed, but that's the goal here. Deep breath. deep into this. And then slowly, slowly rise up. Back into our warrior one here, rotating onto the ball of our foot, and we're going to do a couple touches of our knee, or 4 touches of our knee. So breathe in, sit down, touch the knee, back up, breathe in, bend the knee, touch, back up, breathe in, bend the knee, touch, back up. Last one, we're going to hold for just a second. Touch, 1, 2, 3, and back up. Slowly rotate to our warrior 2. Nice strong position. We're only here for a second. Flip that palm, rotate, and reverse our warrior. Swim our hands to frame our front foot. Bring our foot back into our plank, and we're going to hold this for 5 breaths. Really push the ground, trying to bring your shoulders back together. Keep a nice disciplined position here. 2 more breaths. Last breath. And slowly lower our push up into our cobra or reverse dog of choice. Okay. Back into our downward dog. Please stick with me, guys. We're almost done, y'all. Last side here, and then we'll get onto the mat for some nice stretches. Okay, warrior, or not warrior, single-legged dog, reaching that left foot up. Taking some nice deep breaths here. And when we're ready, bringing that left foot in between our hands, stepping, turning our foot, rising for our warrior one. Getting a nice, strong position in preparation for our humble warrior. So, in preparation, put our hands clasped behind our back, at the lower end of our back, around our butt. We are going to squeeze those shoulder blades together and take a nice deep breath in preparation to humble our warrior. On the exhale, we dip. Only here for a few seconds. Slowly rise. Onto our hands. Turn our back foot for our warrior one, or warrior two. We're in a nice strong position here. Flipping our left palm, reaching forward to reverse our warrior. Reverse your warrior, nice counter stretch here. Swim your hands to frame that front foot. And we're gonna shoot our left foot back here for our 5-breath plank. Stay with me, stay strong, we got this. Really pushing the ground as much as we can here, trying to press against the earth. Okay, slowly lower that push up into our sequence. And back to downward dog for one last time. Stick with me here. Great job, everyone. Stick with me for just a couple more seconds here in our down dog. So we can either bend our knees slightly and shoot our legs to jump in between our hands, or you can just step forward, but we're going to set up for one more yogi squat. Sitting back on our heels, getting in a nice position here. Hands to heart center. We're going to take 3 deep breaths in our yogi squat. So if you need to in this position, you can spread out your legs more, bring your feet wider. You can keep your feet in, facing forward, or you can keep a little bit of an angle facing out. It all depends on how your hips are made. So we're going to sit here for 3 breaths. Okay, and we are going to try to sit on our butts without using our hands, nice and slow, sinking onto our butt. Setting up for a butterfly stretch. Bringing our toes together, bringing them in as close as we can, and we can grab our feet and use our elbows to push our knees down, or you can scoot yourself in. But if your legs are up here and your feet are out, grab your hands and just slowly put pressure on your knees for this stretch. So you're going to be here for a few breaths. Nice slow breaths. Great. And rise up nice and slow. Sit back on our mats here. We're going to get our feet planted in front of us, sitting on our butt with our hands planted behind us. And I'll switch the camera angle just so that we can see better. Okay, so setting up for our reverse table. We've got our feet planted a little bit wider than hip width distance. We're going to plant our hands behind us with our fingers facing the back of the mat. Bringing our shoulder blades back and kind of touching our shoulder blades together, bringing our shoulders back. And we are going to lift our butt and bring our head back towards the back of the mat like so. Bringing these hips up towards the sky, letting that head sit. And we're here for a couple of breaths. Okay, slowly bringing the butt down. We're going to do 2 more of those. 1 breath break. When that breath is done, we'll get a few more breaths back in our reverse table. Bringing the butt back down for one last rest. And back up. Slowly coming back down from our reverse table. And we're going to do the same kind of thing we were doing there. We're just going to bring our hands back just a little. And we're going to kind of try to reach forward here. So you don't have to lift your butt, but we can scoot our butt in towards our feet. And we're just going to get a nice counter stretch of the shoulders here. So you shouldn't feel any pain, but the stretch can be a little intense. So just be cautious, get into the stretch slowly. So if we were here, we would just slowly reach forward until we can't feel any. If this is the maximum, that's fine. If we can keep going, we'll keep scooting that butt forward and bringing that back towards the mat. So we will slowly get out of this, planting on our feet and bringing our legs back, or bringing our butt back to get the pressure out of our shoulders. So we're going to set up now for a figure 4. So we're in this same position here with our feet planted on the mat, butt in, sitting all our head down towards the mat, bringing this right foot to cross over our left knee. Sitting here for a second, you can kind of wave your knee around. And what we're going to try to do here is reach through our legs, grabbing our knee, and we're going to try to bring this foot into our chest. Nice and slow if you can. You know, that's kind of what we're going for, but nice and slow here. Taking a few breaths. If you feel comfortable, you can straighten your foot up towards the sky. Bringing it towards you. And we can press in, pressing the knee in towards our chest. Planting that left foot, and now we're going to do a counter stretch, a supine twist, bringing our right foot to touch and plant on the ground to the left of us. We can put our left hand on top of our knee, look over our right shoulder, get a nice spinal twist here for a few seconds. taking some nice breaths. We can close our eyes and enjoy this nice spinal stretch here. Low back should be feeling good. Okay, slowly get out of this position. We're going to have our right foot touch the ground and plant, and we are switching and doing the same thing on the other side. A couple of waves with the knee, reaching in between our legs to grab or clasp our fingers together on top of our knee. And you can flex the foot here to protect that knee, but we're slowly bringing it in towards our chest. And if we're comfortable, again, reaching that or extending that foot up towards the sky here. A couple of breaths. Collapsing the leg back down. Getting one nice pull, one last nice pull. And preparing for that supine twist by planting our right foot, planting our left foot, planting our right hand on our knee, opening up our arm. You can keep your arm straight or your left arm straight, or you can get a nice bend in it. But let's try looking over our left shoulder to really open up that stretch, and we'll sit here for a few more breaths. Okay, slowly getting out of this position. And now we can set up for Savasana. If you have any last stretches that you would like to do, by all means. Anything that you didn't hit, this is the time. But it's also time for you to enjoy your practice, to take a nice rest, and reflect. Sometimes people even fall asleep during this period. So take a nice rest. We can get in our nice comfortable position. I like to put my ankles towards the end of my mats, open them up, and we can cross our fingers, put it on our chest. Bring our hands towards our hips with our palms facing up towards the sky, closing our eyes and enjoying this nice resting position. And we can slowly start to bring movement back into our body here, wiggling our toes, slowly getting out of this nice rest that we were just in, starting to wiggle our fingers, moving our arms around, moving our ankles, our knees, and we can either slowly get to sit up or we can rotate onto the side that's our favorite. Creating a pillow with our hand, slowly building up into our crisscross applesauce position. So I hope everyone enjoyed that yoga flow. This is my first time putting together a yoga series or a yoga flow where I'm actually not following a class, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I had some fun trying to create something that was 30 minutes, but also beneficial. So hopefully you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please share. I'm going to try to post videos once a week. I got a new job and have been getting some more personal training clients. So I have neglected to record videos. I had a video already, but that video, the audio wasn't synced up properly. So I recorded this whole video, and the microphone wasn't plugged in properly. But I think I got everything figured out. No more technical difficulties. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, please subscribe. Please let me know what you thought in the comments. And if you have any questions or any ideas for future videos, please let me know. Everyone that's watching, super appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace. See you in the next video.